사람들도 더 많고 그래갖고 좀 좋은 것 같고 그게 좀 매력인 것 같고.
근대화가 그림은 아주 화려하진 않지만 현대로 넘어가는 과정이 보였어요.
함께 기억하고 있다라는 희망의 메시지를 많은 시민들과 나누기 위해서 이 자리에 함께하고 있습니다.
Every April in Seoul, something special happens in town.
I love it as well. Korean food the best. 평소와는 좀 다른 색다른 느낌을 받을 수 있으니까 더 좋았던 것 같아요.
We invite you to the Seoul Bamdokkaebi Night Market that offers much more than just shopping and food. Yeouido Hangang Park is a popular waterfront attraction in Seoul. With the weather warming up, it's been getting quite a lot of visitors out on a picnic or leisurely stroll. Above all, it is the heavenly cherry blossoms in full bloom that are enticing everybody to come out and enjoy the pleasant spring weather.
너무 예뻐요. 애기랑 처음 왔는데 사람들도 많고 예쁜 벚꽃도 많아서 너무 예뻐요.
저희 벚꽃이 많겠다고 해서 놀러 왔어요.
Yeouido Hangang Park turns into a venue for even more exciting activities later in the day. And these trucks are coming into the parking lot to get ready. They are young entrepreneurs who will be here on Friday and Saturday evenings during the night market period. Out of 400 applicants, only 100 were selected for an opportunity to run a business at the night market.
네, 푸드트럭 45대와 핸드메이드 작가분들 60분 대상으로 해가지고 같이 행사를 꾸려나가고 있습니다.
Every week, vendor locations are randomly assigned through a draw, and the trucks enter the lot in an orderly fashion. It's now time to get ready to receive some customers.
네네. 어떤 컨셉으로? 궁이에요. 궁궐이에요. 궁궐. 푸드트럭이라고 하면 외국의 모습만 생각을 하는데 이제 우리나라의 모습을 담고 싶어서 이런 식으로 만들어봤습니다.
The food trucks have been designed to command attention and arouse people's interest in the unique menu that they offer. What motivated them to partake in the night market?
푸드트럭 하면은 꿈의 무대라고 할 수 있는 이제 밤도깨비 야시장이라서 사람도 엄청나게 많이 오고 다양한 고객층들도 있어가지고
여기도 야시장 하면은 푸드트럭에 꽂히잖아요. 그래서 저희도 꽃을 한번 펴보고 싶어서 참여하게 됐습니다.
The sheer variety of the foods offered here will make your jaws drop and perhaps bring out the indecisiveness in you. Knowing that their food will be in demand, each vendor is well prepared to feed hundreds of people.
오늘은 몇 인분 준비하셨어요?
인분은 한 500인분 이상. 벚꽃 축제 시즌이기 때문에 500인분 이상 준비했습니다.
It's not even dark yet, but there are a bunch of people who are already here for the night market experience.
이렇게 일찍 오신 거예요?
사람들이 많이 오는 거 알고 더 빨리 줄 안 서서 먹고 싶어서 왔어요.
There's a huge line in front of every truck, which has gained a strong customer base through word of mouth.
햄버거 기다려요.
저희 한우 대창 덮밥 먹으러 왔어요.
But the most popular food item would have to be
프라임 스테이크 대짜요. 네, 맛있어요.
the steak is grilled on an iron plate and flame roasted with a culinary torch to add the smoky flavor that everybody loves.
가격이 되게 싼데
네.
어떤 부위 사용하세요?
부채살을 사용하고 있고요. 직접 손질을 하기 때문에 조금 가격을 좀 다운시킬 수가 있어요.
This is daechangdeopbap, or rice topped with tripe that's become all the rage at the night market. Now, this isn't a common dish even in Korea, so what inspired the vendor to create it?
사실 대창국밥을 모르시는 분이 많아가지고 좀 저희가 좀 자작하게 해서 덮밥식으로 먹을 수 있게끔 저희가 준비를 했습니다.
The secret to its growing popularity is the meaty texture and special, non-store-bought sauce. Aren't you just curious as to how this creative dish tastes?
비벼가지고 대창밥. 불고기 맛 나요 대창에서. 근데 맛있어요 이게.
There's another food truck that's drawing people's attention with an out-of-the-ordinary menu. They're offering turkey legs that are being marketed as roasted dinosaur meat. The fun concept is drawing quite a lot of customers who all leave perfectly satisfied. It's humongous. What a mouth-watering sight.
Turkey leg.
Not spicy, no?
Not spicy.
Not hot.
I love it here.
Yes.
It is amazing.
Great food.
Yeah, great food.
It's a hearty meal on its own and is sure to satisfy.
맛있어요. 맛있어요.
There's another food truck with a long queue, and all these people are waiting for some sweet dessert waffles hailing from Hong Kong. Even at a glance, you can tell there are no ordinary waffles. Overloaded with various toppings, they look sublime.
홍콩에서 오리지널 그 애가풀인데요. 직접 홍콩을 안 가셔도 한국에서도 홍콩의 음식을 드실 수 있고.
Well, was the long way all worth it?
느끼한 거 먹었었는데 과일 먹으니까 좀 약간 상콤한? 좋은 것 같은데.
The Seoul Bamdokkaebi Night Market, launched in 2015, is held between April and October. Held not only in Yeouido but also Banpo Hangang Park, Cheonggyecheon Stream, and Dongdaemun Design Plaza, it has become an iconic open-air shopping and food fest in Seoul.
한강도 보고 되게 맛있는 것도 많아서 되게 좋은 것 같아요.
그냥 길거리 같은 데서 쉽게 먹을 수 없는 것들 그런 것들이 많아서 좋은 것 같아요.
밤도깨비 야시장에서 조금 색다른 경험을 할 수 있지 않을까 그런 생각을 해서 여기 오늘 왔는데 되게 만족스러운 곳이었다고 생각해요.
There are even special shows including music performances that add a bit of romance and magic to make the experience even more memorable. Want to do something out of the ordinary this weekend? Then how about paying a visit to the Seoul Bamdokkaebi Night Market?
The National Museum of Korea, housing invaluable collections that shed light on the rich history and cultural heritage of Korea, recently held its first special exhibition of the year 2019.
우리 서화가들이 어떤 생각을 가지고 예술 활동을 했는가를 이제 살펴보는 그런 전시라고 할 수 있습니다.
We take you behind the scenes to the special exhibition to see just how it was put together. The National Museum of Korea is a world-class museum that's home to roughly 30,000 artifacts. The place is bustling with preparations underway for the special exhibition commemorating the centenary of the March 1st movement and the establishment of the Provisional Government of the Republic of Korea. Being put on display are some 100 paintings and calligraphic works produced during the era of chaos and confusion when Koreans lived under the oppressive rule of Japan 100 years ago. In addition to the artworks by An Jung-sik, one of the most prominent modern painters and calligraphers of his time, other works by his contemporaries are set up at this exhibition.
심지어 안중식이 살았던 시대는 조선 말기, 그리고 대한제국기, 그리고 일제강점기로 이어지는 그런 아주 격동의 시대였는데요. 조선의 마지막 화원을 이제 계승하고, 그리고 근대기 이 수많은 이제 제자들을 이제 길러낸 근대기 또 중요한 또 스승 중에 한 사람입니다.
Showing mastery and exceptional skills in the field of art, An Jung-sik was a court painter in the Joseon dynasty who left behind countless works in many different genres, including landscape, portrait, and calligraphy.
조선 화조 영모화의 전통이 살아있으면서 동시대 아주 섬세하고 양감이 살아있는 일본 화풍에 또 영향이 또 드러나는 그런 작품이기도 합니다. 모종의 이 총애를 받던 이 화가로 등극할 때 이 전성기 안중식의 화풍을 잘 보여주는 굉장히 수작이라고 할 수가 있는데요.
This is a restricted area that is closed to the general public. The museum storage contains numerous modern paintings and calligraphic works obtained from across the country and the world, all waiting for their moment in the limelight. There are approximately 100 items in the collection that are set to be transported into the exhibition hall. Each piece must be moved manually and handled with care. The staff seem completely focused so as to prevent damage to these priceless antiques. The members of the exhibition planning team, the fine art team, and the facilities team must work together in unison to make sure everything goes as planned. Danger lurks pretty much everywhere outside the storage room, especially for the larger works that are taller than the average man. Phew, the painting fits into the corridor, albeit barely, and it leads to a sigh of relief.
야, 1cm다, 1cm.
The process does not end when the artwork is hung on the wall. In fact, every factor that affects its appearance, including the angle and luminous of the lighting, is taken into consideration. Now that the lighting fixtures are installed properly, this masterpiece is ready to be showcased to the world. This piece is by Roh Soo-hyun, who studied under An Jung-sik, the celebrated artist mentioned earlier. This painting is considered one of the greatest masterpieces among the modern landscape paintings produced in Korea. The artworks are transported to their respective places according to a layout plan created based on their size and characteristics. There are photographs of the artworks on the walls to inform the staff of where they need to be set up. At this special exhibition, there are some items from both domestic and overseas collection that will be unveiled to the public for the very first time. Each of these precious cultural assets is wrapped in layers and layers of packaging material to prevent unintentional damage. One of the artworks is from a private collection, that of a Japanese art collector, and it is debuting in Korea through this exhibition.
そういうことは、知っていただいてもいいのではないかな。また彼らの絵を多くの韓国の方が知っていただくことが彼らにとって非常に、喜びにつながることではないかな。そのように私は思います。
Some of the items have traveled across oceans for Koreans to learn about the legacies of the influential artists. After the week-long prep, the exhibition hall is finally ready to enrapture the visitors with splendid artworks. The opening day of the exhibition is finally here, and the National Museum of Korea is ready to welcome all of the art enthusiasts. Visitors stop in their tracks to behold the beauty of each and every masterpiece.
근대화가 그림은 아주 화려하진 않지만 현대로 넘어가는 과정이 보였어요. 아주 괜찮았었어요.
Of the numerous artworks on display, there is one in particular that's garnering considerable attention. It's the Baegak Chunhyo, or Spring Dawn at Mount Baegak by An Jung-sik, which is said to be the main piece of this special exhibition.
심지어는 안중식이 이 그림을 그릴 당시 경복궁은 조선물산 공진회가 개최가 되면서 많은 정각들이 걸리고 새로운 서양식 가건물들이 굉장히 들어섰던 이제 그런 시기였습니다. 그렇지만 심지어는 안중식은 경복궁의 모습을 이제 그리면서도 당시 이제 이 새롭게 들어선 가건물들을 완전히 헐어버리고 완전히 없애고 오로지 자기의 기억에 의거해서 옛 경복궁의 원래의 모습을 있는 그대로 이제 복원을 하면서 앞으로 다가올 새로운 이제 봄을 이제 기대하면서 춘효라는 그런 제목을 붙여서 그린 작품입니다.
The works of art created around a century ago are like timeless and priceless slices of history that cannot be seen anywhere else.
A wonderful surprise. I wasn't expecting the exhibit to be open. I came for the museum and I'm just thrilled that I had an opportunity to see it.
그 근대 서화 전체를 좀 아우르게 볼 수 있는 그런 전시였던 것 같아요.
This is a special exhibition held to present artworks that have been carefully preserved for hundreds of years. So why not take a trip to the museum to meet these celebrated modern painters and calligraphers of Korea before the arrival of summer?
A little more than a week ago on April 13th, a huge crowd gathered at Gwanghwamun Square in Seoul in remembrance of the national tragedy that had occurred 5 years earlier.
세월호 희생된 학생들 추모하기 위해서 나왔습니다.
저희가 이렇게 잊지 않고 기억하는 것만으로도 유족분들한테 위로가 되지 않을까 생각해서 나왔습니다.
We take you to the memorial event that brought people together. There's a building in the heart of Seoul where the exterior has an exclusive space for messages from those who remember. And there's a special workshop in its basement. Many of the volunteers are here after work.
이 모양을 만들어 주시면 되거든요. 이제 보시면 아시겠지만 이렇게 돌려서 이 사이에다가 붙여주시면 돼요.
They are tasked with making yellow ribbons, and most of them come to lend a hand every Thursday.
오늘 뭐 일손이 많이 부족하다고 문자가 왔더라고요.
이거 전에도 달고 다녔는데 한번 만들어 보고 싶기도 했고 좀 더 잊지 않으려고 하러 오게 됐어요.
In Korea, the yellow ribbon had traditionally been used by the families of soldiers wishing for their safe return. And it was used 5 years ago to wish for the safe return of the victims of the Sewol-ho Ferry disaster. On the morning of April 16, 2014, Sewol-ho, a passenger ferry bound for Jeju-do Island, capsized and sank, killing a total of 304 people, including high school students on a field trip. The general public became enraged by the lack of a concerted rescue efforts that led to senseless delays and loss of lives, and they took the streets with candles in hand, demanding the government for an explanation. The candlelight vigils continued for 3 years and ultimately resulted in the impeachment of the president, Sewol-ho Ferry salvaging operation, and return of the remains to the bereaved families. Five years ago, yellow ribbons were made with an earnest hope that there'd be survivors among the missing, and today, these ribbons are made as a way to remember the lives that were lost on that fateful day.
지난해 2018년에 이제 문 닫을 때까지 10만 개를 뿌렸고 지금 올해 다시 열어서 3월부터 해서 지금 약 2만 개 정도 만들었고 이미 배송도 이제 거의 다 했습니다. 그래서
4월이 돼야 세월호를 더 많이 기억을 하게 되는데 평소에 리본을 달고 다니면서 세월호 사건에서 돌아가신 분들과 그 유가족분들의 마음을 더 생각해 보게 되었으면 좋겠어요. 자주.
다시는 그런 일이 일어나지 않도록 우리가 다 함께 각성하는 마음으로 받아줬으면 좋겠습니다.
Gwanghwamun Square in Seoul became bustling with more people than usual because of a memorial event. The place where the candlelight vigils have been held is now a memorial filled with photographs, videos, and artworks for people from all walks of life to come to and pay tribute to the victims.
뭐 억울한 참사죠. 인재죠, 인재. 다시는 되풀이되지 않아야 될 그런 일이고.
저 시민분들이 함께 하실 수 있는 다양한 행사들이 좀 준비되고 있습니다.
Just like the candlelight vigils, the memorial event commemorating the 5th anniversary has been organized and hosted directly by citizen volunteers.
잊지 않고 열심히 살겠다라는 생각을 갖고서 찍었고요. 그다음에 안전이나 이런 거에 대해서 항상 조심하고 했으면 좋겠다 그런 생각으로 찍었습니다.
There's even a special performance that is set to be staged. All the participants are also citizen volunteers.
입만 예쁘게 벌리세요.
Living in the same neighborhood, these volunteers have been contributing to the efforts related to the Sewol-ho Ferry disaster since day one.
우리 아이들이 안전한 나라에서 살 수 있는 그런 뭔가를 이제 만들어보자라고 운동을 하는 거기 때문에 저희가 기왕이면 가족으로 구성하는 것이 훨씬 더 의미가 있겠다라고 생각을 해서요. 가족 합창단으로 이제 구성이 됐습니다.
All of these people are here for the memorial event. The show finally kicks off with a b-boy performing 살풀이, a form of traditional Korean dance for warding off bad luck and wishing for healing along with a partner.
시간이 아무리 흘러도 기억하고 그것들을 기릴 수 있는 그런 시간들이 됐으면 좋겠고 올해도 그런 마음으로 함께 하고 있습니다.
플래시몹에 함께 참여해 주실 수 있는 시민분들께서는 노란 우산을 같이 받아.
The audience join in to participate in an impromptu flash mob.
시민들이 같이 대학생들이 같이 만든 행사로 준비했습니다.
몇 분 정도나 참여하신 거예요?
지금 한 500여 분 정도가 참여한 것 같습니다.
하나, 둘, 셋. 왼발, 왼발.
They learn the moves step by step, and they are surprisingly good.
어렵지 않아요?
어렵지 않아요. 성공할 수 있을 것 같아요.
The participants have been given a mission to fulfill, and that's why they each have a yellow umbrella in their hand. 500 people with 500 umbrellas have created the yellow ribbon in remembrance of the victims of the Sewol-ho Ferry disaster.
그때 그 감정들이나 이런 게 생각나고 정말 다시 잊지 않아야겠다라는 생각을 좀 하게 되는 것 같습니다.
미안한 마음, 그리고 죄송스러운 마음이 조금은 함께했다라는 좀 행복한 마음으로 이렇게 변화될 수 있을 것 같습니다.
Never will we forget the tragedy that has affected our entire nation, and we pray that the victims rest in peace.